Hello, dear family, dear friends. We come now to the autumn equinox, the balance of night and day, balance of light and dark. And for us all across the world, a day of balance, a day when the north and the southern hemisphere meet. And we stand in that place of seeing each other, holding each other, before again we journey from here to here, moving into reflections again. And in this time of equal light and dark, it's the time also of the second harvest, gathering, the gathering in, putting away things we need as we come to the winter months. The time also of reflection. This is a word that's been coming to me in the last hour and a half as I prepared myself to sit for this recording. The word reflection, to reflect on the year for those of us in the Northern Hemisphere. Reflect on all that we might have dreamed of, hoped for, worked towards, ached for in the year. Did it happen? Were we able to attract it? Was it possible to do all that we wanted to do? And for those in the Southern Hemisphere, it was their time of closing in and closing down. And now they are moving upwards, they are opening out, moving gradually towards their summertime. And if there are things we haven't completed, can we complete it? Can you complete it? And if you cannot, can you let it go? Or can you hold on to it for next year? Can you work towards it without a sense of loss or regret, without irritation or anger perhaps that you weren't able to do what you wanted to do, what you hoped to do, what you dreamed to do? Can we move to the place of realization of self, where we're able to recognize that in the greater picture of all that is, everything is as it is meant to be. And if you were not able to accomplish, to complete all that you dreamed of, all that you ached for, perhaps you needed a little more time. Perhaps you need to continue to dream it or to release it. For in releasing, we are opening the space to dream anew, to gather more. And for those of our family in the Southern Hemisphere, you're stepping out of your inward time, you're stepping out of your dreaming time, your sleeping time, opening up to all the possibilities that you can draw to yourself. Here in the Northern Hemisphere, most of nature is closing down, closing in. A lot of our four-legged friends are gathering what they need for the winter months, gathering seeds, nuts, some getting ready for the great sleep, just as so many of our trees are beginning to close in and close down, to draw in and draw down. As the leaves begin to turn and gradually fall, reminding us, reflecting to us, that we too need to begin to close in a little. We too begin to be able to take more space, hopefully, for ourselves. What about the word reflection, reflecting upon things? Reflection is also the ability to bend, to reflect upon the earth, to pray to the earth, to give blessings to her for all that she has gifted us, for all that we have gathered, all that we have drunk and eaten through these months, and maybe for some of us too much. She is there, constantly holding us, constant in her bountifulness. And how do we hold her? For us in the north, this is a time now when we can begin in our slowing down to awaken more to the earth's needs. How may we dream her dream as she sleeps here in the north, and as she goes to awaken and play in the south. We are all connected. I remember over 40 years ago now nearly, Spirit saying, separation is an illusion used to keep us disempowered. And how true that is. We are all connected. We are connected through the breath. We are connected through sharing this great home, this living planet that we call Mother Earth. And all that is happening around us is awakening us more and more to recognize our interconnectedness with each other. And how, by supporting each other, we can enrich each other's lives. We can keep the connections going and growing. And as those connections grow, they reach out like the tentacles, like the roots of the trees, feeding each other, enriching each other with knowledge of each other. We too can do that. Going back through time and space, thousands upon thousands of us share ancestries all the way back. It entwines. We are connected. And so each breath can also be a prayer for our sisters and our brothers, a prayer to all that living upon our earth. We stand at the threshold of light and dark. We are in balance. At the time of the equinox, we hold that balance. And what do we choose to carry forward? Do we choose to dream as we grow towards the winter? Can we reflect on that which no longer feeds us? Situations, people, even things around us in our home. So that by the time we come to Samhain, we are ready to release, ready to let go. And for those in the Southern Hemisphere, for you, it is a time of stretching out and opening up, moving towards the flowering, and to reflect upon that too. It's been a long winter for you. And now it's time when you can begin to drop away what you have held, to feel safe, Now you can begin to open again, opening to yourself and opening to all those around you. At this time of balance, at this time of light and dark, of day and night, we stand, and we can stand together. I envisage us standing hand in hand all around our blessed Mother Earth, holding each other, feeling and allowing the love to flow through us, the strength to hold us, the connectedness to sustain us. And to be able to step forward, each one of us knowing that as we step forward upon our own paths, you have others there, standing beside you, standing behind you, with your ancestors, whose lineage goes all the way back, spiraling, rooting you down through our living earth. And the presence of spirit above you and around you. Let us be there. Let us be there for each other. Let us recognize and be open to assisting. For we are all connected. And let us reflect. Reflect in prayer for our Mother Earth. And reflect upon that which we need to let go of. And for those of our family in the Southern Hemisphere, to dream of your opening again to the light. Many, many blessings and much, much love to you all. Sloan.